Hey everyone, it's Luca. Re-Destro's Climax Battle is back in My Hero Ultra Impact. Today I will be challenging Class SS using 3 different teams. The first team is going to be a full team using no defense memories. The second team will be using all defense memories and the Sacrificial R strategy. And the third team is going to be my for fun team using all of the same character. If you are looking for a guide on how to clear Class SS difficulty against Re-Destro, check out the SS guide I made last time. I go over memories, character suggestions, and strategies against Re-Destro. In this video, it's mostly going to be me trying to see if these teams work. I will also be giving some advice and suggestions while I play through this. Here is Team 1, featuring MND Shigaraki, Double Shoto, and Double Deku. The main strategy is defense up and status ailment nullification. We need 30% defense in order not to add stress to Re-Destro, and status ailment nullification will make phase 1 and phase 2 much easier with the minions around, freezing us and stunning us. So this team has more than enough defense through their kit, so they do not need any defense memories. I have Celeb Shoto and Movie Deku here to help with team cooldowns. Celeb Deku is going to help with status ailment nullification. MND Shigi is here with the unblockable defense down. Every other character's defense down is blocked. Re-Destro does not care for anyone else's defense down. Steampunk Shoto is here just as DPS. This team is very symmetrical. I love that. Shigi in the middle with 2 Shotos flanking him and 2 Dekus at the very ends. Let's see how they do. I love that Deku and Shigi both have lines against Re-Destro. Alright, in this phase, we need to hit Re-Destro. Let's apply some status ailment nullification, defense buff from Shoto. Let's do some defense down. Now, my MND Shigi does have piercing shot on his plus ultra, so I don't really need it right now. Let's just skip it. His piercing shot is only there when he has status ailment nullification. I didn't really check to see if it was still active then, but it's all good. So let's apply that, more defense buff. Well, might as well. And you can always check out how much defense your characters have over here to see if you have enough defense. So right now I have 20% defense here. So not enough. But Shoto is going to give us 25% defense right now. So it's very important that our skill chains don't break up. If they break up, then they're not going to have the 30% defense. I do like taking Getten out first because he's the one who drops the boxes. So if you want to check to see if you're getting double drops, checking. But defeating him first is always good. So again, I do have one more turn of defense up, so we are good here. So you can see here he only dropped one box. You can definitely go to the menu and forfeit if you want to try again for double drops. Now, I am not in need of double drops because I already finished farming Re-Destro, so I will not be resetting here. I want to apply defense down on Re-Destro, so let me just select him like this. Deku is going to give us status ailment notification. Shoto is going to give us 25% defense. Okay, and every time Re-Destro's minions die, he gets some stress from that. But so far the team is not adding any other stress through skills and attacks. The stress is from the turns, because every turn he gains one stress, and he gains stress when his minions die too. Okay, in phase 3, our backline comes in. So right now, if we check their stats, you can see that they do not have any defense. And he has 15% defense. But Movie Deku will give us 10% defense with every skill chain, but that's going to take us 3 turns for them to get to 30% defense. So let me use Mind Shigi first and apply 30% defense down so that they have more defense than Re-Destro. And let me go ahead and do this, and I feel like the skill order does not matter too much for Shoto. Okay, so let's check out their defense again now. He has 10% more defense now and 10% defense here. He did give us 5% defense now, but I think we are good for now. Now, Mind Shigi can also cancel one of Re-Destro's buffs, which is very good because Re-Destro has defense up buff right now. So if you want, you can always cancel his buffs like this to make sure that we always have more defense than him. Now, I do have full power young ones on Mind Shigi, so having him go third is good for the crit buff, but you know, sometimes changing up the skill order is fine too. And now we are on phase 4, and you can see he's only at 19 stress, which is like nothing. And let's go ahead and do this. Now, let's take a look at what exactly he does when he gets hit by piercing shot. I remember he does power up when he gets hit by piercing shot. So sometimes it's good to just not use piercing shot against these climax bosses. Let's see what happens. Okay, so far he only has 10 stress. Let's apply another 30% defense down. Let's do this, and let's hit him with some Hellfire. I mean, I think he's immune to it, but all good. And done, and done. And that is clear number 1. In clear number 2, let's try this 3-character team. we are going to try this team out. So this team has absolutely no defense anywhere in their kit. Momo provides max HP, team cooldown, power-ups for the DPS, but no defense buffs anywhere. So she is going to use this defense memory that gives 30% defense. When equipped by a female character, she will also increase defense of all allies, excluding character, by 10%. I'm going to be using Toga because this is an amazing memory for villains. It increases character's defense by 40% when equipped by a villain. And when attacked by an opponent with lower defense, this will increase her skill impact and critical hit rate. Celeb Bakugo is going to run Rat in a Trap, which is from VE Tower. It's going to give him 30% defense, which should be enough to have him have more defense than Re-Destro throughout the fight. And this one is also from VE Tower, also a very great memory. Celeb Bakugo is going to be the main DPS, even though his debuffs don't really work here against Re-Destro, but he still does decent damage. And he also provides team cooldown. So both Momo and Celeb Bakugo will provide team cooldown to have their cooldowns work for this fight. And I have brought our rarity Bakugo and Shinzo to sacrifice in phase 3. Okay, let's try this clear out now. Alright, again, in phase 1, we are going to be hitting Re-Destro. We cannot hit his minions. Let's go ahead and buff Bakugo. These are 4 turn cooldowns. I've actually never used this Toga, so let me check out her skills. Nice, nice, nice. I love seeing her crit, because part of her kit says if she crits 5 times, she will provide some status ailment notification. No, my Toga's plus Ultra does not line up with theirs, but all good, all good. As long as Momo and Bakugo have their plus Ultras, they can help with team cooldowns, and that's all we really need. Alright, so let's go ahead and target Getten again. We'll buff Bakugo. Now, even though Bakugo's debuffs don't work on Re-Destro, they do work very nicely on his minions, which is great, so we can get them out pretty fast like this. Oh, she got Frostbite applied to her. I believe it's Frostbite, which makes her skill chain not line up with everyone else's. Let's go ahead and take Getten out. He is frozen. 2 drops. Now, since Bakugo got frozen, that means our skill chains are now messed up because we were depending on his plus ultra to give our skills back. So we'll just do this. It should be fine because this team is not relying on any skills for defense. They have defense memories, all more than 30% defense on just memories. So they do not need to depend on having their skills back. Alright, so we have now taken out the minions. Now we just keep hitting Re-Destro, rinse and repeat. Now, the real test will be phase 3 and 4, right? Okay, so she does become ecstatic, so her plus ultra should be fine after this. It was just the first one where she had trouble. Soon we're going to have the R characters come in. They are probably going to add some stress to Re-Destro, since they are not going to have a lot of defense. Alright, let's see how much stress these two R characters are going to add to Re-Destro. So I'm just not going to use any skills this turn. Okay, good. They did not add much stress. Alright, we are at 22 stress and all plus ultras ready to go. And we'll just keep doing the same thing. Just the same thing over and over again. And you don't really have to think much because their memories just have 30% defense or more. 30% defense, okay. And over here, 50% defense. And over here, ooh, he has a 5% defense down from Re-Destro. He has 40% defense, so they are all good because of the memories. You don't even have to worry about any skill chains and other things because they just have this amount of defense the entire time. Alright, so unfortunately Toga is not ecstatic anymore, I believe, so she did not get her plus ultra back in line with the other two. But again, Momo and Bakugo are the ones with team cooldown reduction, so that's what we need. Oh, they are now adding stress to him. He has much more defense than us right now. Okay. Okay, now his stress is slowly going down. We're just gonna have to wait for him to use up his stress, and there we go. Well, I did get double drops. My last team is going to feature 3 Shotos, and I'll have 2 sacrificial Shotos on the back line to make this a full Shoto team. So this Shoto team is going to have Celeb Shoto provide 25% defense with his skill and 20% defense to mind allies. Steampunk Shoto is here as the main DPS, and 100 million Shoto will be here as the tank. They do not need any defense memories, hopefully, because Celeb Shoto will be providing defense, and 100 million Shoto will also be providing defense with this skill of his. Alright, so he's going to provide defense with this skill, and he's going to provide defense with this skill, so they should have plenty of defense throughout. And then Steampunk Shoto is just here as a DPS, so he could be replaced with a DPS character. A Mind one would be good so that Shoto, Celeb Shoto, can provide defense as well. Celeb Shoto is here to also provide team cooldown. 100 million Shoto is our tank, and Steampunk Shoto is our main DPS. Now, Celeb Shoto's skills might not line up with everyone's, depending on if his barrier gets hit, if he loses his barrier. I do have a cooldown memory on him, but it will run out at one point. Okay, so that was phase 1. Phase 1 we hit Re-Destro. Phase 2 I like to take out Getten first because he is the one who gives us the drops. So let's apply the defense. In phase 2 we want to take out the minions first. Okay, let's try to take out Getten, but sometimes Curious draws aggro and we're not able to hit Getten. Only one drop, but all good for me because I am done farming Re-Destro. Okay, so unfortunately Shoto did not get his skill back yet for the defense, but 100 million Shoto also applies defense, so let me use him first this time so that they have enough defense. Okay, so I think let's just use the plus ultras, why not? Re-Destro does gain stress when his minions die. Alright, now we are able to use those again, but 100 million Shoto does not have block anymore. We do need this for block. But I think we are still fine for now without that, without block. They do have their plus ultras ready again because I think I have strong battle formation on 100 million Shoto. But let's do a skill chain this time. And then I will use plus ultras. Hopefully that gets us to phase 3. Yes, that gets us to phase 3. Alright, in phase 3, our 2 sacrificial Shotos are gonna come out. There they are in the school outfit and the gym outfit, so we will not do any skills this turn. I do like putting the sacrificial characters on the back line because Re-Destro will use a team-wide skill in phase 3, so he will definitely take them out. The problem is your team might not have enough defense when they come back, but thankfully Shoto has his defense skill ready. This should hopefully give them enough defense. Okay, 25 extra defense. Okay, we are good. We are good. We are not adding random defense to Re-Destro. Okay, one of them is, but this will give us more defense. Let me do this first just in case, but actually I think he was the only one maybe. Okay, so we'll do that this time. Alright, these plus ultras will get us to phase 4. He is at 32 stress, not too bad. I'm unsure if I have enough defense. Let's check it out. I have 40% defense. Okay, that should be enough. Okay, for us to use our skills. Okay, he does not have enough defense. Nope, not enough defense, but here's a defense, here's more defense. 25% defense, 20% defense. We are good. Alright, so now we just wait for Re-Destro to use up his stress by using his skills. And we kind of don't really need to do anything here, but I would like my block back. And we're gonna use this for cooldown. This isn't really needed because he's already at 1 HP, but let's just use them. Well, he's below 10 stress now, so all good. And we just added more stress because Shoto is stunned. Shoto, why are you stunned? Okay, so I kind of don't really want to use any skills right now. Let's just... Oh, Shoto, you... Celeb Shoto. I'm like, Shoto, why are you stunned? And they're all Shoto, but I needed Celeb Shoto not to be stunned. So let's just, you know, punch Re-Destro for a bit. Okay, there we are back, and we still do not have our skills back. But he is at 7 stress now. Let me just use this one. 0 stress. He finished using up his stress and we are good. We are good. 100 million Shoto just sat there and just tanked it. Alright, there is a clear with all Shotos. Let me know how your clears are going. Feel free to check out the SS guide if you need any other suggestions, or just comment below and I will see what I can do. So I have finished farming Re-Destro. I guess I'll just get the UR memory ticket. Not really much I need from here anymore. I usually skip Orb B because I just use my stamina to farm the rest of the boards. And I got most of my pieces through dispatches. Yes, he is UR plus just through dispatches. Good luck with your farming, and I will see you in the next video. Luca out.